hiring hangover. So when I first had this idea of hiring someone, I was super excited. I was finally going to be able to have someone to take things off my plate that I didn't want to be doing, admin stuff. And then I could just focus on what I enjoy doing most in my business. I just thought I could hire someone and then this would be handled, right? And then I ended up having this experience of feeling really frustrated because things wouldn't necessarily get done in the way that I thought it would be. And then sometimes deadlines weren't being met and it affected our clients. Sometimes this person would have different reasons why they weren't able to be at work and they weren't there to really support me. Sometimes the most exciting day is when you first hire the person, right? And so in the end, this person didn't end up working out. And I felt really disappointed. I felt like I spent all this time to find this person and train them. And then I end up getting to a place where it didn't work out. I invested so much time and energy into this and had to start from square one again. I didn't know how best to find the kind of hire I was looking for. I didn't know anything about how to really have that person be successful in their role by putting things in place that would support that. I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know about how best to train someone or anything like that. Have you ever experienced that before? Or you maybe have heard that from other people, other holistic practitioners who have had a bad experience and then felt gun shy with hiring? Well, you're not alone with that. I think many times when we are in the path of hiring and wanting to find good help, we often look at a mishire as a failure. And we start thinking, I did something wrong or I could have done things better, and then end up feeling like, well, if it didn't work out, I don't want to have that kind of an experience, right? And so it's normal to feel that way because in a way we're trying to protect ourselves. But I think one really great way to look at it is that if we don't end up hiring again, then we are limiting our potential to grow. One thing that I've learned over the years also is that hiring, it's not personal. Firing, it's not personal. And if someone doesn't work out and is a misfit, it's not a reflection of failure. Earlier on, when I used to hire and things wouldn't work out, I would be really hard on myself and feel like, why is it that I'm a failure? I'm a failure this time. And then I hired somebody else and that didn't work out and I'm a failure again. And so one of the things about it is to really look at how it's just that we may have chosen the wrong person, or it's just that we may have not had things in place as well to support them, or it might be that it just wasn't the right fit. And so it's all about keeping the faith. It's just like dating, where if we meet someone and it didn't work out, do we lose faith that we will never be able to find a partner or someone ever again? And just from one hire who didn't work out, or just from a couple of people who didn't work out, or just from several people who didn't work out. Similarly, in the hiring side of things, to really keep the faith that there is someone out there for us. And so there are things that we can do that can make it more likely for things to work out better. Many times this isn't taught in school, and that's part of the reason why we aren't sure what to do when we encounter this experience of needing to figure out how do we really find someone who is going to support us the best. As a holistic health practitioner, you reach a point in your practice where there's only so much time in the day and only one of you to go around. And at a certain point in time, you hit a plateau where it's hard to expand or grow the practice and without having help. Or also, even if you don't want to expand, you feel it when you go on vacation and money isn't coming in, and then something happens with your family or maybe with your health, and then you experience a dip in income. So one of the ways that could really support you is to be able to hire someone who is either going to help you take things off your plate, or with admin stuff, or with someone who could actually see patients and make money for you even when you're not there further. Thing is, if you don't hire, then you aren't able to grow the business to the extent that you could really grow it, or you might end up feeling burnt out much sooner than you thought you would be. If you don't hire, you won't have your business helping people when you're not there. And then if you don't hire, also it could end up making you more burnt out and then hit a wall. Hiring is one of those approaches where it could be a great avenue to help more people and be an additional income stream for your practice without you having to be doing the work of seeing more and more patients yourself. And so from having the experience of helping our holistic health practitioners grow from being a solo practitioner to having their first hire, whether admin or then having an associate, and even growing to multidisciplinary practices with multi-practitioners, and then even having different locations and practices that run more without them, plus having the over 20 years of experience in recruiting in the pharmacist world, where pharmacies would pay us to find the right hires for them in different settings, including in the Indian Health Service and in different kinds of other settings, for example, in community pharmacies or hospital settings. I've learned a lot from this experience where we not only did some things that worked really well, both for the people we ended up helping, but also we've noticed things that within our own business didn't work very well, and or mistakes and lessons that we learned. And so now we're able to really shortcut this for our holistic health practitioner clients. That's why I decided to host a free half your hiring time masterclass and give you access to a half your hiring time toolkit, which can help you shortcut the process of hiring, because this isn't something that usually is taught in school, and it's not usually something that you just learn. Click on the link and access it. This free masterclass and toolkit, which comes from our 4 weeks to new hire system that we usually only give to our clients who are working with us. And this is going to help you with shortcutting the process. And so these aren't usually kind of things that you would think of or often just go figure out yourself. So give yourself that grace of having a shortcut to it and register now.